first, we want to get to the latest details in today's massive federal investigation into a chain of local sports bars.
Multiple locations across the valley are shut down tonight after federal agents served search warrants at the chain's restaurants all across the valley. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. All of this developing at Zips Sports Grills across the valley. Zips has 14 locations. 12 News sent crews to 7 of those locations today. And at each location we went to, the restaurant was either closed or had federal agents on the scene investigating.
We also sent a crew to the corporate headquarters for the company that owns and operates Zips. We saw police presence there as well, though we did not appear to see any federal agents. We have reached out to the owner by phone to ask what's going on, but we have not gotten a response yet. Tonight, the U.S. District Attorney for Arizona released a statement saying that HSI agents served search warrants at 15 locations across the valley related to violations of federal law, but they did not comment any further.
However, new video obtained by 12 News is shedding some light into what federal agents may have been investigating. This is what one agent at the Zips in Ahwatukee told bystanders. Take a listen.
What's happening, man? What are you guys doing?
It's an aggravated fraud case. I don't know why people think it's an immigration case. As you've seen, the employees have been walking out. They've been interviewed, and then they've walked out.
Okay.
That is it. Someone got a tip last year. They've been going through it,
I saw the notice.
red tape and all that.
There must have been something going on that they get 15.
Yeah.
So there had to be some kind of fraud or something.
It was aggravated fraud,
because you don't hit 15 at the same time.
It was fraud at a very high level.
All right, we want to get out to Gabriela Becerra, who was at the Zips location near Central and Osborne this evening.
And Gabby, this situation turned really tense when protesters showed up while federal agents were inside.
That's right, Mark. It was a tense situation out here briefly as those federal agents walked outside after their investigation and were met by protesters. But despite some heated emotions, everything here ended peacefully. And we're told by one employee that no one here was arrested or detained at this location today. Federal agents walked out of Zips Sports Grill at Park Central carrying documents and computers. Walking back to their unmarked cars and directly into a crowd of protesters waiting outside.
The community came together to express their discontent with what is happening in our own backyard.
Shame on you! We don't want you here!
It's one of more than a dozen locations that Homeland Security Investigations served search warrants at on Monday afternoon. An employee tells us the investigation was already underway when he arrived at work around 4 o'clock.
They didn't tell me anything or anything. They just told me to sit down and they'll question me later.
The employee said there was confusion about what the agents were investigating and who it exactly involves.
They came around with whiteboards asking us for our name and our birthday. I heard that they were asking people for their social security numbers. I didn't give them anything.
This group of protesters, onlookers, and elected officials also didn't know the details of what was happening inside.
They have been letting out employees on the side door. That's all I know.
Protesters tried to keep the agents from leaving by blocking their cars. Backup HSI agents in riot gear rolled up, escorted their colleagues out, and quickly left. We didn't see any deterrents used, and it didn't appear that anyone here was hurt. Representative Yasmin Ansari says local and state leaders are preparing to see more situations like this in Phoenix.
So we know there's a ramp up, but beyond that, we don't have any direct information.
And unlike some of the other locations that federal agents were at today, we did not see any local law enforcement here in this parking lot at all today. We're working to get more information on what happened inside, and we'll share that with you when we have it. Live in Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you. And of course, that wasn't the only location where federal agents were on hand. They were also at a Zips location along Mill Avenue in Tempe. Our crews on scene there saw multiple Zips employees being loaded into the back of a white van. Law enforcement also deployed pepper balls at the feet of a protester who was blocking the van from driving away. Inside the restaurant, masked agents could be seen sitting next to someone whose hands were cuffed with zip ties. We're still trying to get more specific information about what this investigation is looking into. Of course, we'll continue to follow it closely, so stay with 12 News for more updates.